taking a journey to Christmases past.
It's very special today.
All the toys, trends, and excitement.
Oh, wow, that's Tickle.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin.
Of the holiday season.
The holidays this year are just going to be great.
And the special traditions.
Santa Claus had a big hug?
About 100 pictures a day.
That last a lifetime.
I'd just like to wish her a very Merry Christmas and thank you very much.
Just to get in the spirit of things.
In a KCRA 3 special.
We have heard on high.
NorCal Holiday Memories.
Thank you for joining us for our KCRA 3 special, NorCal Holiday Memories. I'm Edie Lambert.
I'm Golston Dart, and tonight we're reliving some special traditions from around Northern California. We start in San Francisco. The streets were packed as people started picking out their gifts for loved ones back in 1983.
Opening day, Christmas shopping 1983. Season's greetings and
please watch your wallets, purses, and everything else when you go in or outside the store. Please watch your kids carefully.
This is Neiman Marcus in San Francisco's Union Square.
The holidays this year are just going to be great. I believe that.
Nearby at Gump's, the windows are decorated in what might be called a Shogun's Christmas.
We found that it's been much, much stronger this season than last year. I think there's a return in consumer confidence. People have decided to have Christmas.
What's hot at Gump's? Take a smooth Texas river rock, painted up by a smooth Texas artist, and you have the cat rock. So real it seems to purr, $250 each, and almost sold out. Down the street at FAO Schwartz, the windows feature the Adopt-A-Doll. So hot, the most popular is sold out. Also hot, but not sold out, are battery-operated animals. Now, what does this watch do? Is that a kid's watch?
No, it's my watch. I'm not just wearing this for, to push the sales. I bought this watch.
Opening day of the Christmas season is not the biggest day for sales. It is the biggest day for crowds. This is also the day to keep an eye out for that special thing you might like to be given.
Probably the large strand of opera-length pearls. If I found that in my Christmas stocking, I'd be happy for 10 years.
Did you hear that? You get 10 years for those pearls over there.
How about that? That was hot stuff in the 1980s. Well, if you had kids in the 1990s, you'll likely remember the Tickle Me Elmo craze.
In 1996, some of those were selling for thousands of dollars.
Tickle Me Elmo mania has gripped the nation and created an Elmo underground. People are selling them for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Felicia Banuelos of Salinas has an extra Elmo doll, so her mom is selling it to the highest bidder to help buy a computer for the older children without a box. The highest offer is only $250, but prospective buyers apparently don't like the Elmo black market.
First thing they ask is, well, how much did you pay for it? So they have a point.
K-Wave 97 FM.
But Elmo mania is working wonders for local charities. Radio stations like K-Wave are auctioning one of the fuzzy little gigglers for charity.
The calls have been coming about every hour. People want to know where the bid's at and if they can still get in on it.
What is the bid at?
The bid is at $1,000.
Oh, wow, that's Tickle.
Gene Henderson searched Toys R Us for an Elmo, but was about to leave empty-handed when a stranger gave him the last one on the shelves.
And I didn't get the lady's name, but I'd just like to wish her a very Merry Christmas and thank you very much. My granddaughter is going to love her for the rest of her life.
But as with every craze of the season, some people are, quite frankly, getting sick of Elmo. Let's see what the other craze of the season thinks. Daisy, what do you think of Elmo? Elmo. Give me the real scoop. What do you really think about Elmo?
It's boring for a person my age. And it laughs and it's annoying sometimes.
Annoying or not, the makers of Elmo are giggling all the way to the bank. In Salinas, Rose Dean, Action News 8.
Now to a holiday surprise for Californians back in 2006.
Yeah, then Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger revealing a secret talent and some season's greetings.
Season at California's capital, and from Hanukkah celebrations to Christmas tree lightings.
Wow.
Governor Schwarzenegger is again leading the state in holiday spirit.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Today, visitors were admiring the painting the governor has chosen for this year's greetings card.
I think it's very nice.
And many people were surprised to learn this scene of a decorated tree surrounded by gifts is signed by Arnold Schwarzenegger himself.
Did you know the governor paints it himself?
No, I didn't know that. Actually, I'm pretty impressed.
The governor says actually he's been painting cards for his wife and children for years. This year, he put them all together as a calendar for friends, staff, and supporters.
Would you say these were painted by a professional artist or a politician?
I'm going to be political and just say
They're good.
They're good.
The governor says he usually paints in acrylics, but sometimes uses markers or crayons.
Is it better than what you could do?
Definitely, for sure. I'm not quite an artist.
I would do about the same, I think.
Until now, Schwarzenegger's most well-known Yuletide creation was his 1996 movie, Jingle All the Way.
A letter included with the calendar says that the governor works on his paintings sometimes in secret and sometimes late into the night. In fact, he says every Christmas Eve while Santa's delivering presents, I'm upstairs painting.
That's a nice piece there.
Sacramento gallery owner Barry Smith says the governor has mastered at least basic painting technique.
He's able to juxtapose and deal with all these different elements in an abstract way, and boy, Governor of California's got to have that ability, you would think.
So along with bodybuilder, actor, and politician, you can now add painter to the list of talents of a man who promises more surprises in the year to come. At the state capitol, David Bienick, KCRA 3 reports.
How about that? Well, the Polar Express brought to life for little kids in the Sacramento area.
The Christmas train tradition has been going strong for years. My girls loved it when they were little. It's a special memory for people of all ages.
The train is on the tracks. The children in their PJs are ready for Christmas. And the elves, well, they just can't stop singing. Cookies and hot cocoa, a can't-miss combination, are always in supply. And the elves here have the best jobs in the season.
So much fun. Meeting the kids. I love the children, especially on today's train. It's very special today.
The Christmas train began about 5 years ago with just 7 train trips. Now, there are 100 train trips during the season with 12,000 people climbing aboard. The star attraction is, of course, Santa, and the children's eyes light up.
Does Santa Claus have a big hug?
Oh! Granting Christmas wishes.
I want a bicycle.
A bicycle? Can you tell me what color you want?
Pink. A Santa for both the young and young at heart.
I never think about me. I always think about the kids.
That's wonderful. That's kind of the way I am, too.
We watch the video Polar Express, and this gives them the whole experience to be here.
Certainly, it's a Christmas journey off the beaten track, where kids' fantasies are made real, and Santa has the last laugh.
Ho, ho, ho!
In Oakdale, Rich Ibera, KCRA 3 reports.
Brings back good memories. Sonora is filled with small-town charm year after year.
Yeah, the streets were crowded with families shopping and, of course, kids waiting to get a picture with Santa.
Should I go over by the tree?
There may not be any snow on the ground, but it's hard to think of many other cities that look or sound like Christmas as much as Sonora.
It's really refreshing to be out, you know, and no traffic. I mean, it's really nice to see the boutiques and just go little window shopping.
We have a Christmas parade right after Thanksgiving, and it goes on from then, and it's a great place to live. Small town atmosphere, still, at least.
Thank goodness.
The small town charm, where the only traffic jam is on Main Street, kids play in the town square.
Hi there.
Oh, come on, up here. And where even Santa can add his own hometown touch.
We average on about a 4 to 5 hour stint in the Santa house, about 100 pictures a day. But we're still able to spend some time with the kids and talk to them. And in the mall, we don't have that opportunity.
One big draw, all the antique shops. These treasure hunters drove from San Jose.
I found some antique. I found a perfume bottle, really old Lalique.
really very nice piece, so I'm really quite excited about it.
We sold a sleigh, a horse-drawn sleigh this year. It was wonderful. It's gone now, but someone's enjoying it.
And from relics of the past to fudge just being wrapped, Sonora also knows the dollar value of the season.
January, February, and March of next year is very quiet, and so we try to get as much business this time of the year to help carry us over.
Well, it's a special holiday tradition, even if sometimes it turns into a festive dilemma.
Here's a look at Christmas tree shopping back in 1980.
The mad rush is definitely on for Christmas tree shopping. But when these folks arrived at this tree lot, do you suppose they had a mental image of the tree of their dreams? Or did they come with an open mind? How does one decide when there are thousands to choose from? Do you opt to shop where the tree is already cut for you? Or are you the pioneer type who insists on chopping down his own? Is it a spruce, a fir, a cedar that you want? And do you want it flocked? Choosing a Christmas tree often requires a carefully planned strategy, by little as well as by big kids.
The right price, the right Christmas tree, the one that smells good, the one that's going to look good decorated, and it's going to fill up that corner in the house, all of that. Last year we got one that had 5 tops because we felt sorry for it.
And once the tree is paid for, you then have to figure out how to get it home, especially on a cold and windy afternoon. But the decisions don't end with the selection of a tree. How should it be decorated?
What are you going to do tonight with your tree?
Hug it.
You're going to hug your tree? Did you make a beautiful decoration for your tree?
Yeah.
But whether you choose the big tree or the little tree, the bushy one or the not so bushy one, perhaps the best part about having a Christmas tree is that you can share it with one of your very favorite friends. In Sacramento, Patricia Covarrubias for Channel 3 reports.
Next, taking Christmas music on the road.
Yeah, meet the a cappella group that was going door to door, bringing their hip-hop hits straight to the community, and how their group came to be after this break. Well, welcome back to our KCRA 3 special NorCal Holiday Memories. Well, no matter how hard you try to prepare, it feels like there's always some last-minute shopping ahead of the holidays.
That one last thing. Back in 1994, that meant big crowds at the malls.
Every year, it's the same old song. The crowds, the bags, the familiar ring of last-minute Christmas shopping.
Well, I always like to save a little bit for the last day, just to get in the spirit of things.
It's emergency buying at stores like Toys R Us, aisles full of shoppers scrambling for whatever's left. Jackie Giles is prepared.
This is my son's Christmas list. Yeah.
Looks like a term paper.
And while Pat Smitely, on the left, isn't done shopping yet, you can't accuse her of procrastination.
I have 10 grandchildren, and then 4 children and all their husbands and wives, and so I had a lot to buy.
Well, you've been shopping since March?
Yes, I have, actually.
These last few shopping days are what retailers wait all year long for, and it's been a good season.
People seem to be a little freer with their money, I think a little bit this year.
A sight some people find downright tiring.
You like to just sit around and watch everybody spending their money?
Yeah, I'm watching everybody to spend the money.
While most have come to the mall to shop, Brandon Anderson has come to sell. His wish list, that is, to Santa, one more time before Christmas.
I mean, you got to get this done because the man's got a job to do. He's got to leave, and then he comes back.
Right. That's why, because if he's gone right before he gets here, he'll forget what we want.
True enough. And so I waited my turn for Santa, figuring you're never too old to ask.
I wondered if you might have some of your snow people, try to get me out of covering all those snowstorms in Blue Canyon this year. Can you try to do something about that?
Well, we might be able to arrange a little trade to somewhere in Southern California.
Well, yes.
David Gregory back in the day. Well, bringing Christmas music to the community with a hip-hop twist.
Yeah, Sacramento group making their way from the big stage to their very own neighborhood, bringing the sweet sounds of the holidays door to door.
Well, we got invited in.
Tonight, urban a cappella group 3, 5, and 6 is taking its musical message door to door.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains.
The Sacramento-based a cappella group has been together 3.5 years, but its name and its message is centuries old.
Angels sing, Commodore on bended knee.
What we base it on is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, which says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will direct your paths. And that's been our mission statement.
While its mission is Christian-based, their musical style appeals to the masses.
Urban a cappella, no instruments, all sounds with the voice. Little kids who just go crazy, and their parents, and further, that just like really dig it.
3, 5, and 6 is a self-promoting machine working tirelessly to gain some recognition. They hounded Maloof Entertainment for months to try and get a gig at a Kings game, but it took a little luck to get inside Arco's hallowed halls.
Kept trying to get in touch the right way, but then it was through some backdoor friend of a friend who said, hey, check this out.
2 days later, the group got a call, and since then, they've performed at 18 games.
And to this day, so far, the Kings have not lost when we've been there. So
the group has just released an album titled 3, 5, and 6, Hip-Hop, Urban, Pop, Christian. It would be hard to put a label on such a unique sound.
I'm starting to see those doors open. This album has opened a lot of doors already. We've already signed on with a management company, and they're shopping agents for us right now, and their goal is to hopefully find us a record deal.
That new management team, talk about diversity, it's none other than headbanger heavy metal guitarist Dave Mustaine. While still into heavy metal, Mustaine has been a Christian for several years and has worked with Christian bands.
And I say this all the time, and I really adamantly believe this. If Jesus was on this face of the earth right now today, walking around, and he was in a band, he wouldn't be in some church playing an acoustic guitar or playing an organ. He would be out in the streets with the people who really, really needed to hear his message.
Merry Christmas!
All right, well, a high price tag for a trendy toy.
We'll tell you why this talking teddy bear took the toy industry by storm and how it was created right here in Northern California. Welcome back to our KCRA 3 special, NorCal Holiday Memories. He was one of the biggest toys of the 80s, and he was created right here in Northern California.
Yeah, this is going way back. Take a look at how a talking bear stirred up a craze in the toy industry.
The first time you see Teddy Ruxpin, it's a bit startling.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends? I really enjoy talking to people. I would like you to meet some of my other friends, too. We're going to have lots of good times together.
His nose, mouth, and eyes move perfectly. It was designed that way. Teddy was invented by Ken Forsey, a former animator for Disney Studios, who found a way to miniaturize the mechanisms. That process has taken 26 years.
I'm moving as I talk. I'm not sure I understand it too well.
Produced in Hong Kong, Teddy is flown here to the WOW Company for quality control checks and final packaging.
Teddy has a series of friends, and at the end of this month we'll be introducing two. Grubby, which is an octopede that is Teddy's best friend and goes about all the adventures, and another friend called a fob, which is an owl-like creature that's very wise and helps Teddy in and out of trouble on the adventures that he goes on in a land called Grundo. Teddy's stories are all about values, and in most of the songs that he sings, he talks about certain values that he stands for: friendship and love and kindness and freedom and bravery and those kinds of things.
Teddy accessories include special adventure outfits and a series of 12 books and tapes. Also, 2 network TV specials are in production due to air before Christmas. The warehouse here is humming with activity as they try to rush orders all over the country.
Your friend is what I'd like to be.
It will cost you $60 to $80 to take little Teddy home with you, plus the extra outfits and tapes. But even at those prices, the supply of little Ruxpins may not keep up with the demand by December. In Fremont, Tom Duhane for Channel 3 reports.
A lot of money back then. Well, the Santa Parade has been winding around the state capitol every Christmas for decades, and this year was no different.
KCRA 3's Jason Marks shows us how the tradition started and why it is so special for so many families.
This is an example of the kind of float that we used to welcome.
If only these pictures could talk.
Lots of antique vehicles participate.
They tell a tale about a slice of Sacramento history.
It's a lot. It's a lot of memories.
Good thing Lori Hensley is around to speak for them.
We've had 42 years of safe parades.
Hensley's the director of the Sacramento Santa Parade.
We've had a couple of trying years. Weather, lack of funds.
The event began in 1983.
There were floats, marching bands, clowns.
A partnership between department store Wine Stocks and KCRA.
Emceed by these familiar faces, KCRA Stan and Margaret.
A local event to look like the Macy's Day Parade.
Wine Stocks had the same notion that putting on a local holiday parade would be a great community event.
Jolly old St. Nick did show up, promising to fulfill everyone's Christmas dreams.
For many, many years, it was the Saturday following Thanksgiving.
The two companies handed over the event to Hensley a few years later, after it just got to be too much.
I think that the actual logistics and time involved in putting on a parade is a lot to ask for someone to add on to their work week.
This year marks the 42nd holiday celebration.
People expect it and they treasure it.
The annual parade continues to march along.
I like seeing how happy people are. People in the parade are just thrilled to come out and have that opportunity. Some of these youth groups, you know, they're practicing all year, and rarely do they get a chance to show off what they've done. This was Old Sacramento Schoolhouse.
Hensley's now been at the helm of the parade for nearly 4 decades.
It's been a positive event all these years.
Yes, lots of memories.
I know I have a group this year building a beautiful winter wonderland float.
And her plan is to keep going as long as she can.
You've been involved in this thing for nearly 40 years.
Yes.
Why do you still do it?
We don't know. It's just a joy. It brings a lot to the community.
In Sacramento, Jason Marks, KCRA 3 News.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us for our KCRA 3 special NorCal Holiday Memories.
We hope this holiday season gives you a chance to create your own wonderful memories.